पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। श्री जगदम्बिका माता की जय। ओम नमश्चंदिकाय। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बो फलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। जय 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 गणनायक जय जय विघ्न विनाशक। जय 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 गणनायक जय जय विघ्न विनाशक। हे शुभ मंगलदायक विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायक। गजवदना गौरी नंदन गजवदना गौरी नंदन गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन। जय 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 गणनायक जय जय विघ्न विनाशक। जय 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 गणनायक जय जय विघ्न विनाशक। ओ जय जय विघ्न विनाशक जय जय विघ्न विनाशक। प्रेम से बोलो गणपति भगवान की जय। ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः। ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः। ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः। ओम प्रभाकराय विद्महे दिवाकराय धीमहि तन्नो सूर्यः प्रचोदयात्। ओम आदित्याय विद्महे मार्तण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो सूर्यः प्रचोदयात्। ओम अश्वध्वजाय विद्महे पद्महस्ताय धीमहि तन्नो सूर्यः प्रचोदयात्। श्री सूर्याय नमः। आदित्याय नमः। ओम नमो भगवते श्री सूर्याय नमः। ओम नमो भगवते श्री सूर्याय श्री सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः श्री सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः दिवाकराय नमः
आदित्याय नमः दिवाकराय नमः
दिवाकराय नमः प्रभाकराय नमः
दिवाकराय नमः प्रभाकराय नमः
ओम नमो भगवते श्री सूर्याय नमः ओम नमो भगवते श्री सूर्याय
नमः
श्री सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः दिवाकराय नमः श्री सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः दिवाकराय नमः। प्रेम से बोलो श्री सूर्य नारायण स्वामी की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् अधरं मधुरं वदनं
मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं
हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं
भ्रमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
मधुरम्
वेणु मधुरो रेणु मधुरः पाणिर्मधुरः पादो मधुरो नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सूक्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं
मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्। प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम Shri Ram, Shri Ram. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namah. Shri Ramchandra Kripalu Bhaj Man Haran Bhav Bhai Darunam Nav Kanj Lochan Kanj Mukh Kanj Pad Kanjarunam. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram,
Shri Ram.
Kandar Puragnit Amit Chavi Navani Raj Sundaram Pat Pit Manahu Paritarchi Suchi Naumi Jan Jasudavaram. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. भजु दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदन रघुनंद आनंद छंद कौशल छंद दशरथ नंदन. श्री राम, श्री राम, श्री राम. सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उतार अंग विभूषण आजानु भुज सर चाप धर संग्राम जित कर. श्री राम, श्री राम, श्री राम. इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मनरंजन मम हृदय कंज निवास गुरु कामारि कर दल नंदन. श्री राम, 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 श्री राम. बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. अतुलित बलधामं हेमशैलाबदेहं दनुजवन कृशानुं ज्ञानिनामृगगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि. मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयोत्तमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये. वीरमारुति गंभीरमारुति वीरमारुति गंभीरमारुति वीरमारुति गंभीरमारुति
वीरमारुति गंभीरमारुति
वीरमारुति गंभीरमारुति
वीरमारुति गंभीरमारुति
वीरमारुति गंभीरमारुति वीरमारुति गंभीरमारुति वीर मारुति
गंभीर मारुति
दास मारुति रामदास मारुति
दास मारुति रामदास मारुति
ओ दास मारुति रामदास मारुति
वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति
भक्त मारुति परम भक्त मारुति
भक्त मारुति परम भक्त मारुति
भक्त मारुति परम भक्त मारुति
वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति
गंभीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। ओम धुम दुर्गाये नमः ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः ओम दुम दुर्गाय नमः ओम जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते जय त्वं देवी चामुण्डे जय भूतारतिहारिणी जय सर्वगते देवी कालरात्रि नमोस्तुते। बोले श्री दुर्गा माता की ओम श्री महालक्ष्मी नमः ओम श्री महालक्ष्मी नमः ओम श्री महालक्ष्मी नमः ओम लक्ष्मी करोतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं सुख संपदा मम शत्रु विनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोस्तुते नमस्तेऽस्तु महामाया श्रीपीते शंखचक्र गदाहस्ते महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। प्रेम से बोलो श्री महालक्ष्मी माता की जय। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः ओम या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिर्देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती
निशेष प्रेम से बोलो सरस्वती माता की जय। नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी
नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते,
नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी
नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते,
नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते,
नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते,
नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते,
नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते,
सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके,
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके,
शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी, नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते,
नारायणी नमोस्तुते,
शंख चक्र गदा शंख गृहीता परमायुधे,
शंख चक्र गदा शंख गृहीता परमायुधे,
प्रसिद्ध वैष्णवी रूपे, नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते,
नारायणी नमोस्तुते,
नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी
नमोस्तुते।
प्रेम से बोलो जगदम्बिका माता की जय। We now offer prayers to Lord Shiva, after which everybody will have a chance to go on the altar, do your archana, take your flowers and so on. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Vande Devamumavatim Suragudhum, Vande Jagatkaranam, Vande Pannagabhushanam Mridharam, Vande Pashunam Patim, Vande Surya Shashanka Vahnilayanam, Vande Mukunda Priyam, वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे शिवं
शङ्करं
शान्तं पद्मासनस्थं शशिधरमुकुटं पञ्चवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रं शूलं वज्रं च खड्गं परशुभभयदं दक्षिणाङ्गे
महान्तं नागं पाशं जगन्ता डमरुकसहितं
चाकुशं
वामभागे
नानालङ्कारयुक्तं स्फटिकमणिनिभं पार्वतीशं
नमामि
ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय बोले उमापति महादेव की ब्रह्ममुरारिसुराचितलिङ्गं निर्मलभाषित
शोभितलिङ्गं
ब्रह्ममुरारिसुराचितलिङ्गं
निर्मलभाषितशोभितलिङ्गं
जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं
जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं
तत्प्रणमामि
सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं देवमुनि प्रवराचितलिङ्गं कामदं करुणाकरलिङ्गं रावणदर्पविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं सर्वसुगन्धसुलेपितलिङ्गं बुद्धिविवर्धनकारणलिङ्गं सिद्धसुरासुरवन्दितलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं कनकमहामणिभूषितलिङ्गं परिपरिवेशितशोभितलिङ्गं दक्षसूर्याग्निविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं कुङ्कुमचन्दनलेपितलिङ्गं पङ्कजहार सुशोभितलिङ्गं सञ्चितपापविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं देवगणाश्रितसेवितलिङ्गं भाविरभक्तिभिरेवचलिङ्गं दिनकरकोटिप्रभाकरलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं हर्षदलो परिवेशितलिङ्गं सर्वसमोद्भवकारणलिङ्गं अष्टनेत्रं
सुर सुर वर पूजित लिंगम सुर बल पुष्प सदाचित लिंगम परात्परम परमात्मक लिंगम तत् प्रणमामि
सदा शिवलिंगम तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगम
प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगं तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगं तत् प्रणमामि
सदा शिवलिंगम तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगम
तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगं तत् प्रणमामि सदा बोले शंकर भगवान की जय. All right, at this time, everyone can come up on the altar with your prasad and flowers and whatever you have. While they're doing this, the children will have bhajans.
हे शेष शयना नारायणा हे शेष शयना नारायणा वेदावर्ण नारायणा वेदावर्ण नारायणा हे शेष शयना नारायणा हे शेष शयना नारायणा वेदावर्ण
वरदे वीणा वादनी वरदे माँ वरदे वरदे वीणा वादनी वरदे माँ वरदे वरदे वीणा वादनी वरदे माँ वरदे प्रिय स्वतंत्रव अमृत मंतरव प्रिय स्वतंत्रव अमृत मंतरव भारत में वरदे वरदे वीणा वादनी वरदे माँ वरदे वरदे वीणा वादनी वरदे माँ वरदे काट अंत और घे बंधन सर काट अंत और के बंधन सब वहाँ जननी जो तेरे में निर्जन वहाँ जननी जो तेरे में निर्जन कलुष भेद तब हर प्रकाश कर कलुष भेद तम हर प्रकाश कर जगमग जग कर दे वरदे वीणा वादनी वरदे माँ वरदे वरदे वीणा वादनी वरदे माँ वरदे नवगति नवलय ताल चंद्र नव नवगति नवलय ताल चंद्रव नवल कंत नव जलद मंतरव नवल कंत नव जलद मंतरव नव स्वर नव नव ने नव वृगः वृन्दनव नव नव के नव वृगः वृन्द को नव स्वर दे वरदे वीणा वादनी वरदे माँ वरदे वरदे वीणा वादनी वरदे माँ वरदे वरदे माँ वरदे वरदे माँ वरदे
नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी तू ही रस जिया तू ही है गोपाला तू ही मुरारा तू ही गिरधारी नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी श्याम बरन पीताम्बर धारी गले जयंती माला कुंज गगन में बंसी बजाए नीलवरदन गोपाला श्याम बरन पीताम्बर धारी गले जयंती माला कुंज गगन में बंसी बजाए नीलवरदन गोपाला मोर मुकुट के शोभा न्यारी कितनी सुंदर छवि तुम्हारी नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी बस गए तेरे सावरे सुन भक्त जनों के मन में हमने चारों धाम है पाए तेरे चरणों में बस गए तेरे सावरे सुन भक्त जनों के मन में हमने चारों धाम है पाए तेरे चरणों में पूजी तुझको दुनिया सारी जय गोपाला जय बनवारी नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी तू ही रस जिया तू ही है गोपाला तू ही मुरारा तू ही गिरधारी नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी नंदलाला कृष्ण मुरारी तेरे चरणों पे बलिहारी Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Let's all sit up a little bit for some meditation, everyone. Back straight up, neck in line with your back. Rest your palms on your knees, facing upward, thumb and index finger touching each other. Close your eyes and let your gaze be between your eyebrows. We're going to do some pranayam, deep breath in with your nostrils and exhale the same with your mouth. Begin. Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukmeva Vandana Mrityormokshayamamritatayom Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukmeva Vandana Mrityormokshayamamritatayom Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukmeva Vandana Mrityormokshayamamritatayom Namasteastu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trayambakaya Tripurantikaya Trikalagnikalaya Kalagnirudraya Neelakanthaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Sriman Mahadevaya Namaha. Be in silence for a few moments. तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम। Please open your eyes. बोले सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। नाम तुम्हारा हम रखते हैं, मान भक्त का तुम रखते हो। आज बचा के सुहाग सती का मेरा बचन निभा सकते हो। कहाँ छुपे हो राजा राम, आजा राम, दीपक बुझा जला जा राम। कहाँ छुपे हो राजा राम, आजा राम, दीपक बुझा जला जा राम। ओ कहाँ छुपे हो राजा राम, आजा राम, दीपक बुझा जला जा राम। हो राजा नर नारी से है संसार, एक बिना दूजा बेकार। नर नारी के है संसार, एक बिना दूजा बेकार। पति उस पार सती इस पार, पति उस पार सती इस पार। कैसे पार करे मझधार, छोटा साथ मिला जा राम, आजा राम, दीपक बुझा जला जा राम। कहाँ छुपे हो राजा राम, आजा राम, दीपक बुझा जला जा राम। रोको इन्हें नहीं जाने दो, अपने घर को फिर आने दो। रोको इन्हें नहीं जाने दो, अपने घर को फिर आने दो। दो दिन तो तुम इतलाने दो, तेरी दया पर इतराने दो। दो दिन तो तुम इतलाने दो, तेरी दया पर इतराने दो। मेरा वचन निभा जा राम, आजा राम, दीपक बुझा जला जा राम। कहाँ छुपे हो राजा राम, आजा राम, दीपक बुझा जला। राजा राम 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 राजा राम। ओ राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम। ओ राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम। ओ राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम राजा राम राजा राजा राम। बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। मंगल भवन मंगल हारी। Ramcharitmanas, we do a little bit of singing of the Chaupais this morning. These are important, ancient things that we must do just to keep the richness of our tradition, to energize our minds and the environment as well. मंगल भवन मंगल हारी, द्रवहु सुदशरथ अजर बिहारी। मंगल भवन मंगल हारी, द्रवहु सुदशरथ अजर बिहारी। श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा, श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा। श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा, श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा। बैरन विग्रह आसन त्रासा, सुख में नाही सदा अब आसा। आन रंभ अनि खेत अमानी, अनघ अरोष दक्ष विज्ञानी। श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा, श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा। ओ प्रीति सदा सजनन संसर्गा, तृण सम विषय स्वर्ग अपवर्गा। भगि पक्षी हत नहीं सतताही, दुष्ट तर्क सब दूरी बहाई। सुनत सुधा सम वचन राम के, गहे सबिन पर कृपा निधान के। श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। ओ श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा, श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा। श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा, श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा। सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की। Friday was Sita Jayanti. Friday was Sita Jayanti, where we assembled in the temple and we sang the greatness of Mother Sita. We identified her as the mother who came into this world without being born from the womb of a human being. She came from the earth and she went back to the earth. Mother Sita. And I made a remark, and I hope we can improve on this next year, because no other temple do it. I think we should. For Durga, for Navratri, we have 9 nights of prayers to Mother Durga. For Ram Navami, we have 8 nights and plus Ram Navami celebration. For Janmashtami, we have Bhagavad Katha, 7 nights plus 8 nights of singing of Sri Krishna's praises. For Mahashivratri, we have 5 nights of Shiv Puran Katha, then Shivratri. But for Sita Jayanti, we have 1 little service. When Sita, without Sita, there'd be no Ram. Sita ke Ram, Radha ke Sham. Without Sita, if you have a blackboard on the wall, or a chalkboard, or a whiteboard, what you have these days, and it is just a whiteboard, then it's nothing. Right? You have to have the chalk, you have to have the marker to make an impression and to tell a story. Sita is that story in Ram's life. And without her, there'd be no Ramayana. Mata Sita, what I said as well was that Ram Bhagwan was exiled once in his life. Ram Bhagwan was sent away to the forest, to the exile, once in his life. But Mother Sita was exiled twice. Once she accepted the exile with Ram Bhagwan, and once she was sent away by Ram Bhagwan. So who embraced punishment more than her? But Ma Sita never looked at any of this as a punishment, right? She never looked at any of this as a punishment or as a disaster. She always took the look at the bright side of each places she go. And when she was sent to the forest, she said, "The forest will be my new palace. The bears and the monkeys shall be my new friends," right? Very beautiful things she says. Mother Sita was very powerful. When we are talking about single mothers these days and single parent, Mother Sita is the ideal single mother. The ideal single mother. When her sons were born, their father was not even present there at the time of their birth. Now you may want to comment on Ram Bhagwan on this, what kind of a heartless man he was, what kind of a heartless God he was. But let me ask you a question. Ram Bhagwan was a king. He was a ruler of a nation, right? If you have a ruler of your country, would you want that ruler to be selfish and only care about his wife? Or would you want that ruler to care about his people? He placed his people before his own family. And that is the life he lived, right? There is nothing, you can comment all you want about that. He's heartless and so, but that was the life he lived. Ram Bhagwan and Mother Sita, what is similar between the two of them? Although both of them went through challenges of separation, loss of family and all these kind of things, not for one day did it even cross their mind that they should step out of their commitment as husband and wife. Sita Ma, she could have given up all his sorrows and settled for the rich, powerful Ravan and become his wife. But she didn't. She did not give up her dignity. And this is not about anything. I've asked all our females, or young girls especially, always live with dignity. Always keep your dignity. Your dignity and your pride is everything. She didn't give up anything. She was very powerful. She was not an ordinary being. When Ravan had captured her and Ravan was going to advance to her, she took out a blade of grass and placed it in front of her like this. A blade of grass, and Ravan stopped. You know what that blade of grass means? A blade of grass, one day when You know, Mother Sita had just got married and she had come home. She was preparing kheer for Raja Dashrath. Kheer is the bhojan of the god, the Devis and the Devatas. She prepared kheer for Raja Dashrath, her father-in-law. And as she was taking over the kheer, walking the kheer over to Raja Dashrath, from somewhere a blade of grass fell into the kheer. And she looked at it like this. And the blade of grass was burned to ash, to bhasma. It was burnt. And Raja Dashrath saw that. And Raja Dashrath says, Sita, don't think that you're ordinary. You are extraordinary. You are the Devi herself. So when later she had put that grass in front of Ravana, he knew that if he advanced a little bit further, then he would be burned as well. This morning, I would just leave with you 2-3 chaupais of the Ramayana. When you read Ramayana, you must sing on 2 chaupais, otherwise it becomes a Nancy story, which means that any parrot can tell you that afterwards. So we have to do a little tradition and keep the energy and the unique richness of our culture alive. In Uttarakhand, Ram Bhagwan was sitting one day and he was asked, tell me about the principles and conduct by which we can win you, O Bhagwan Ram. Tell me about the principles and conduct by which we can win you. Bairan bigrah asana trasa, Bairan bigrah asana trasa, Sukh mein tahi sada sab vasa. Ram
Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Anarambh aniket amani, Anarambh aniket amani, Anagh arosh daksh vigyani. Ram Siya Ram,
Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Preeti sada saj nan sansarga, Preeti sada sajjan samsarga, Trin sam vishay swarg apvarga. Ram Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram
Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
भगति पक्ष हट नहीं सकताई, भगति पक्ष हट नहीं सकताई, दुष्ट तर्क सब दूरी बहाई. राम सिया राम,
जय जय राम. राम सिया राम,
सिया राम जय जय राम, सिया राम जय जय राम, सिया राम
जय
जय Ram. These are the principles. You have to listen. These are the principles by which the Lord is won. We are trying every day to win the confidence of people. We want to win over the friendship and the confidence of our boss, our friend, or somebody else. But we are not trying enough to win the confidence of Bhagwan. Win the confidence of God. You see what Arjuna did? Arjuna did not ask for the army. Arjuna did not ask for horse, elephant, weapons. He asked for Krishna. Kyuki jo bhi, whoever Bhagwan has chosen to be with, that person don't need anything else in life. That person doesn't need anything else in life when you have the Lord with you. Because the Lord becomes your treasurer. The Lord becomes your secretary. The Lord becomes your protector. The Lord becomes your vehicle. The Lord becomes your buddhi, your intellect. When we have Bhagwan with us, He provides everything else. It is not like we don't need it, but He is everything else. Bhairana Bigraha Asana Trasa. What are the principles by which the Lord is one? Bhagwan says that Bhairana Bigraha Asana Trasa. Na kisi se bair karo, na larai झगड़ा न आशा रखे न भय करे, उसके लिए सभी दिशाओं सर्वदा सुखमयी है, सर्वदा सुखमयी है. He said that to avoid enmity, to pick no quarrel with people, to hope for nothing and to fear nothing. To such a person, all the quarters are ever full of joy. The entire world will be filled with joy when you avoid enmity, you pick no quarrel with people, you hope for nothing, and you fear nothing. These are things we know very well. Yeah? What is it? To avoid enmity. Do not purposely become the enemy of someone. Right? Avoid it as much as possible. To pick no quarrel with people. There will always be quarrels in this world as long as you don't pick the quarrel, which means you're not initiating it. It's a whole, you're good. We can't avoid people coming after you. We cannot avoid the opinions of others. Sometimes you're just minding your business in life, and people just come and pick quarrel with you. The animals do that, people do that, nature does that. You don't pick quarrel with people. Bairana bigraha as na larai na jhagra. Don't fight with others. To hope for nothing. How can I tell you to hope for nothing? Right? Has anyone tell you, just hope everything will be all right? Right? But if tell that, just hope everything is going to be all right. It's a nice way to patch things up and to get rid of the situation. Hope is not a bad thing. You know when hope is a bad thing? Hope is a bad thing when you're lazy. You're lazy, you can't put in the time, you can't be punctual, you can't wake up on time, you can't deliver on time, you don't study, you don't eat properly, you don't do work. I just wake up in the morning and say, let me hope everything will go. Let me hope everything will go all right today. People tell you to have hope. Hope is good. Well, what kind of story is this? I have not studied. I have not done my homework. I have not prepared my presentation for work. I have not done my researches. I have not reached out to people. I have not gotten guidance. I have not cared for people. But you wake up in the morning and say, let me hope the Monday bills will be paid. That'd be a beautiful thing. Imagine. I wake up here on a Sunday morning or a month end when it's time to pay the thousands of dollars and stretch my hand out like this and yawn and say, Are Prabhu, let's just hope the bills will be paid. No, that's people tell you that when they have no answer to you. When they can't give you an advice, they say, yeah, just hope everything will be all right, bhai. Hope everything will be all right. Hope is a bad thing then. You know when hope is a good thing? Hope is a good thing when you've done your time. You've worked hard, you've worked smart, you've made contact with people, you've built beautiful relationships, you've done your homework, you've done your researches, you've done your events, you've put in the time, you've connected with people, you've brought community together. And when you brought everything together and you execute it, then when you say, well, we have done our part. Let's hope that the Lord will do His part now. I think that is fair. If you were a God, or many of you are bosses and things like that, all over the place, isn't that fair? You have a team of people working, and they just show up one day and just hope for everything to be fine. How are you going to feel as a leader, right? At the end of the year, you have to give bonuses. One time I was very young when I was working at the bank, RBC. My first time I was going to manage people. And I didn't know how to give bonus. They have formulas and things, so I didn't know the strategy. All I know was I was an employee. And when the year-end performance come, I used to go and tell them what I want. And you know how it works, right? So I was very young, I didn't know what to do, so I used a different strategy. I called the people in one by one, as you know how it works, right? And I said, it's time for, incentive, for raise or whatever it is, but I don't know what raise to give you. I would like you to tell me how much money you need raise, but very importantly, I would like you to tell me why you deserve to have that. Why you deserve to have it. Oh, economy. Really? So you just show up at work and economy is bad and I must give you a raise because of that? That's it? What about you? Do you just show up at work and leave? Show up at 9 o'clock, leave at 5 o'clock, spend an hour drinking coffee, chit-chat. Does that qualify you for a raise? So I said, no problem. I'm willing to work, but tell me what you want and tell me why you deserve it. Why you deserve it. Because you can't just go up and show your boss and say, I was hoping to get a raise. You can't just hope to get it. You got to just do your work. You got to show how many courses you took, how many people you helped at work. You come up with new strategies. You help cut off a process. You make things shorter. You improve profits. Whatever it is that you have to see. You have to present your list of things and say, boss, I did all these things. And because I did all these things, I was hoping for a raise. That's not a bad hope. That's not a bad hope. But to think that we are entitled to a hope and just show up and get something because everybody else got it, it's not going to work. Bhagwan says, hope for nothing. This is Ramayana. Hope for nothing. Why should you not hope for anything? Because it is our duty in life to be good people. It is our duty in life to be good Hindus, to be good husband, to be good wife, to be good brother, to be good sister, good friend. That is our duty in life. And naturally, when you are a good person, good things will come back to you. But the greatest disappointments come when we do something and then we hope for something to happen afterwards. So don't leave today and say, Pandit Hara said, hope is a bad thing. Hope is not a bad thing. Hope is a bad thing when you have not done anything, but you hope for something. The Lord says, hope for nothing. And then he says also, fear nothing. Sanmukatahi sada abasa. Fear nothing. When you can pick no quarrel with people, have no enmity, hope for nothing and fear nothing, he says, you will win my confidence. This is the words of Bhagwan Ram. This is the Lord's words coming from his mouth. He's telling Hanumanji, Bharat and all of them sitting, that you want to win my confidence? Do this. Don't quarrel with people. Just be nice. Anarambha aniket amani anag arog daksha vigyani. To such a person, all the quarters are ever full of joy. When we are just nice and pick no quarrel with people, you look in the east, west, north, and south, it doesn't matter. You will find happiness in every part of this whole world. If you're homeless, without pride, or whatever it is, you will always find joy. He says, Hanumanji, Bharat, undertaking nothing with an interested motive. When you undertake something, anarambha aniketa amani, I come to help my friend here because, I know that if I help him, there is something. I come to clean the temple, I come to do this, do that. I have a motive. I'm doing it because I want something from this person. The Lord says, no, anarambha. When you undertake something, undertake something with a motive, you will never win my confidence. Do it from a pure heart. Guileless heart. The word guileless is used in the Ramayana here. Guileless means, free from poison and very pure heart. Without pride and without sin, free from wrath, clever and wise, the Lord is saying, if you want to win my confidence, ever loving the fellowship of the good and the accounting of enjoyments, even of the heavens, as well as final release, as no more than a blade of grass, persistent faith and innocent of folly, giving up all the contentious arguments, one who is devoted to my perfection and my name, who is devoted to his perfection and his name, free from attachment to the world and arrogance and infatuation. Such a man, bliss is known to him, and he will win my confidence. And so what he's saying on hearing Bhagwan Ram's words, they all who had assembled there, they clasped their hands and they bowed down to Bhagwan Ram. They bowed down to Bhagwan Ram and they said, Prabhu, tell us finally, what are the pains involved in walking this path? There's pain and there's pleasure in everything that we do. Take the most tastiest food, the most pleasurable food there is. When you eat the most pleasurable food, there is some pain in it. It does negative things to your body. There's pain and pleasure in everything. There's pain as well in this path that we are walking, in the path of God, in the pathway of God. There's a lot of pain involved. It is actually the most painful thing to do. But when the pleasures come, they are perennial. They are permanent. Pains in this part of life are short-lived. Bhagwan Ram says in this last two chaupais that, what did he say? Kahu bhagati pati kavan prayasa jog namak jap tap upvasa. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram
Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram.
सरल स्वभाव न मन कुटिलाई, सरल स्वभाव न मन कुटिलाई, जथा लाभ संतोष सताई.
Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram.
और एक गुप्त मत सब ही कहू कर जोर. शंकर भजन बिना नर भक्ति न पावहि मोर. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय. पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. उमापति महादेव की जय. वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय. कहु भगति पत कवन प्रयासा जोग नमक जप तप उपवासा. The question was asked, tell me what are the pains involved in threading the path of faith. This is the path of faith. Faith is the foundation of our lives. Any person who has faith, who has embraced their faith, you will find that no matter what happens in their life, they still remain strong. They will cry, but they wipe their tears. They will have sorrows, but their happiness will overshadow it for those people who have faith. Tell me, Prabhu, what are the pains involved in threading the path of faith? Well, Bhagwan says, Ajoga namaka japatapa upavasi. That it requires neither mind control, nor sacrifice, nor japam, muttering, nor penance, nor fasting. He said you can do all of that, but if you don't have a guileless disposition, guileless, again, a pure and unattached disposition, a mind free from perversity and perfect contentment with whatever may be got, right? He's telling us here that nothing that you do matters You can do penance, you can do japam tapam, and but if you don't do, or if you don't purify the mind from perversity and contentment, everything you have will be challenging. What is the greatest challenge in this faith, the path of faith? First of all, sarala subhava namman kutilai. One of the challenges in this part is to do what we do, but to still keep our minds pure. To do what you do, but to still keep your mind pure. You know, one of the greatest challenges for a pundit, we have that problem in Guyana. I've been trying to solve it all the time, but I cannot find a solution. Right? You know how long we have worked to find local panditjis for our temple? Right? Long ago, we found one. The minute you find them and you help them, they stay in the temple, they got little attention, they can sing a little nice, play the harmonium, talk a little fancy thing and so. And what happens now? People start to tell them, bye, no, you're very good. You should, you know, and they invite them to go here, there, and everywhere. And then a little ego steps in. You get a little attention, a little popular. You leave the place that has given you that popularity. You leave the place that's given you that grooming. They're gone all over the place. A little bit attention steals them away. It has happened all the time at our local temple. It is so difficult to get a pandit, a stable pandit in a mandir, right? Idi's lucky here. Y'all here don't even understand how lucky you are to show up every Sunday morning and get a pandit in your temple. You don't know how lucky you are. I don't jump about all the place. I'm here, building a community, building the lives of young people, teaching them how to walk, talk, dress, smile, look, because I think it's important to do that. Everything is important. Traveling is important too. But going back to what I was saying, it's so difficult to get a stable pandit at a temple, because the minute a little fame kicks in, boom, they start to forget about the source and they start to go all over the place. That is what this verse is saying here. One of the challenges in this part of life is to do what we do, but to still remain pure. Because a little fame will get your ears. What will happen? It will grow your ego. Somebody will tell you something nice. This is not good enough for you. You've gone all over the place. Then somebody will whisper in your ears, you know, you better than the other pandit. He ain't good. You're the best. Gets to you now, you start to dress differently. Right? You start to wear kingly clothes and things like that. What you know, the greatest challenge in this faith, Sarala Sabhav na man kutilai, is to keep your mind pure and stable and still travel in this path of faith. And I want to convey to you that this is real as real can be. Anyone who's traveling the path of faith, you will find that someday, you know, the mind, if the mind is not like this, I mean like this means not the size of my finger, not the length of my finger, certainly not how fat my finger is. But if your mind is not like this means stable. It's not going to work. And that applies everywhere. If you're driving, you're writing, you're typing, you know. We were talking the other day, I always like to have conversation with my kids because they're young and I like to pick their mind. You know, the younger generation today, I am trying to learn how they are able to focus. Because, you know, when they're doing their homework on the computer or whatever, and they're doing school, they're plugged in, right? They have their earphones on, and they're successfully doing their things. I can't do that for dead. I can't do that at all. I cannot listen to music, as a matter of fact, and do anything. The only time, including driving, the only time I can listen to music is if I'm listening to music alone. I mean, not doing anything if I'm sitting, and that doesn't happen because I don't get time. Right? If I'm on the computer, and I'm working, you better know that my mind is there and there alone. If I'm talking to you, my mind is there and there alone. In fact, whenever I go to an interview and they ask me about stuff, I said, I have a big weakness. I do not know how to multitask. Right? I don't know how to multitask. I am very open with whoever I said, listen, you don't want to employ me because of this, fine. But I don't know how to multitask. I don't know how to go into a training and you're training there and I'm sending emails. I don't know how to do that. Because if I'm sending the email, I don't know what you're talking about. Or if I'm talking to you, I don't know what's in there. To some, that's a strength, and to some, that's a weakness. Right? I don't know how to do two things one time. I am just doing one thing at a time. So I couldn't understand the concept. The minute you put in the earphone here, sir, that's it. I don't know what I'm doing there. So I'm trying to pick the kids' mind. A lot of children do that. They got to get a lot of music in their ears, and they're focused on doing their work. I can't do that. But does it mean that it's bad? We all work very different. All of us work very, very differently. And whatever helps to stabilize your mind, stabilize your mind with it. As long as it's not bad. So going back to this here, this thing called faith, friends, all of us, when we're traveling, our mind needs to be like this, still and unwavering. And in this part of faith, it is even more required. So when there are challenges, family, friends, community, job, personal, whatever it is, let us understand we need to work hard on stabilizing our mind. In summary this morning, the Lord says, win my confidence by picking no quarrel with people. Avoid enmity, he says, with others. To hope for nothing and to fear nothing. To such a man, all the quarters will be full of joy in his life. Bole Siyavar Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai. Nadiyan piya kabhi apna chal. This is a very happy geet. It's a very happy song. It's not a bhajan. But what is it saying? Nadiyan piya kabhi apna jal. The rivers don't drink its own water. The trees don't eat its own fruit, right? The apple tree don't eat the apple. The river don't drink the water. Apna tan ka, man ka, dhan ka, ducho mein de do jaan. So those who place their physical energy, mental strength and wealth at the disposition of others, wo sacha insan hai, is dharti ka bhagavan hai. They are true human beings and they are the gods walking on this earth. Learn from the tree, bear your fruits, but don't eat it all for yourself. Learn from the rivers, have an abundance of water, but don't drink it all for yourself. That in essence is the meaning of this song. Very happy song. Nadiyan piya kabhi apna chal, vrikshan khaye kabhi apne pal. Nadiyan piya kabhi apna jal, vrikshan khaye kabhi apne pal. अपना तन का मन का धन का अपना तन का मन का धन का दूजों में दे दो दान है, वो सच्चा इंसान है, इस धरती का भगवान है। नदियन पिया कभी अपना चल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल। अगर जिसका अंग चले और दुनिया को मीठी श्वास दे, दीपक सा उसका जीवन है, जो दूजों को अपना प्रकाश दे, दूजों को अपना प्रकाश दे। धर्म है जिसका भगवत गीता धर्म है जिसका भगवत गीता, सेवा है वेद पुराण है, वो सच्चा इंसान है, इस धरती का भगवान है। नदियाँ न पिए कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल। चाहे कोई गुणगान करे, चाहे करे निंदा कोई, फूलों से कोई सत्कार करे, या कांटे से जब हो जाए कोई, कांटे से जब हो जाए कोई। मान और अपमान है दोनों, जिसके लिए सम्मान है, वो सच्चा इंसान है, इस धरती का भगवान है। नदियाँ नदियाँ कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल। अपना तन का मन का धन का दूजों में दे जो दान है, वो सच्चा इंसान है, इस धरती का भगवान है। वो सच्चा इंसान है, इस धरती का भगवान है, इस धरती का भगवान है, इस धरती का भगवान है। बोले सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की। Dr. Jabi, please sing a bhajan for us before we end. He's going to sing. While he's preparing his bhajan, I'd like to make our announcement. As you know, a couple of things coming up. Tomorrow is Ekadashi. It's a special day for fasting. Please, at least twice in a month, you must keep, once in a week, in fact, you should keep a 24-hour fasting. Tomorrow is such a day, Ekadashi, for fasting if your health permits. Saturday coming is the first Saturday of the month, so we have Navgraha Puja at the temple. If you'd like to sit down for Navgraha Puja, there is no fee and sponsorship and all that. You just have to buy the Puja Sarjam from the store. Please speak with Sarah today, and we'll do that. It's usually very nice. Coming Saturday, we'll do a special Brihaspati Puja, because this is the time for the Lord Brihaspati. And on Sunday, next week Sunday, I hope everybody have your tickets already. We have our Mother's Day show, May 7th. So it's going to be nice entertainment from the children and of the temple, and just a nice quiet evening for, you know, some nice entertainment, and just relax yourself. Next week Sunday at 3 p.m. sharp at the temple. So hope to see all of you then. We'll have a bhajan by Dr. Chabi, and then after that we'll do Aarti.
Sitaram Panaji, Sitaram everyone. It's always hard to find a bhajan to suit your story. A very good story, very, very good. So, Pandit Bhavan, go easy with me. That's all. Sita pukare madhuban mein, Sita pukare madhuban mein, Sita Sita pukare madhuban mein. पुकारे माधोबन में, सीता सीता पुकार माधोबन में। प्रभु जी सुन लो, दे दो ज्ञान, तू ही है सबका भगवान। प्रभु जी सुन लो, दे दो ज्ञान, तू ही है सबका भगवान।
बन जाए सब बिगड़ी काम। जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम। बन जाए सब बिगड़ी काम। जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम। ईश्वर गोविंद तेरे नाम, तू ही है सबका भगवान। प्रभु जी सुन लो, दे दो ज्ञान, तू ही है सबका भगवान। मंगल कारण मंगल राम, जय जय मंगल सीताराम। मंगल कारण मंगल राम, जय जय मंगल सीताराम। सबको जन्म दे दो ध्यान, तू ही है सबका भगवान। प्रभु जी सुन लो, दे दो ज्ञान, तू ही है सबका भगवान। अजरा अमर तू सब निदान, सब मेरे एक समान। अजरा अमर तू सार निदान, सब में भी पप एक समान। सारा जग तेरे संतान, तू ही है सबका भगवान। प्रभु जी सुन लो, दे दो ज्ञान, तू ही है सबका भगवान। संतनों पार विपात महान, रात अंधेरिया रुआयान। संतनों पर विपत महान, रात अंधेरी रुआयान। प्रभु अब होवे सुख अभिमान, तू ही है सबका भगवान। प्रभु जी सुन लो, दे दो ज्ञान, तू ही है सबका भगवान। ईश्वर द्वेष मिटाय अभिमान, साचा हिंसा शांति कदान। ईश्वर द्वेष मिटा अभिमान, साचा हिंसा शांति कदान। सबका सब बेरोक कल्याण, तू ही है सबका भगवान। प्रभु जी सुन लो, दे दो ज्ञान, तू ही है सबका भगवान। तू ही है सबका भगवान। पर बोलो श्री रामचंद्र की जय। Thank you very much, Panditji.
Thank you, Dr. Javi, and good to see you on the Adhikar this morning as well. Thank you, thank you. Acha, so we'll stand for. Oh, finally, today is Pandeyji's last day at the temple. Pandeyji, today's last day, right? Last day. Finish. Okay, today is Panditji's last day at the temple. He's going to India back with his family. He's a senior, so he has to enjoy life, traveling all over the place. I can't even travel, but he's traveling so much. So Panditji, thank you very much. 1 year service at Bhavani Shankar Mandir. Please give him very big hand, everybody. Okay. 1 year service. Last year he came in May 11th at, Okay, 10 May. Last year, May 10th he came in, and this year, April 30th he departs. So we want to thank him very much. He's a nice gentleman of the community. Oh, you want to say something? This is not going to reach you. I guess something else. So we want to thank him very much for his service. He's a senior in the community, and he's always here doing his little bit. So I think he wants to say something. Not too long though, short please.
Respected President Pandit Hardat Ashwarji and connected all the people of this Bhavani Shankar Mandir, my dear Rajneesh ji, Suraj Pandit ji, Hangev ji, excuse me for my mistake and fault. I only do any mistake and fault, but unknowingly it may be. So I pray to Bhavani Shankar, gods to all the people are happy and future bright than past. And I always request, I got more request for you, so I spent the 1 year about time here. Other temple I not spend 6 months more. So this is your respect, so I stay here and Panditji especially. Thank you.
Thank you. Jai Sitaram. So thank you very much, Panditji, and I hope Shubh Yatra, a safe journey for him and his family as well. So we obviously have to get another priest, and we're looking for that. We're starting interviews and so at the moment for people who we can get. So see how that goes. Bole Sitaram Bhagavan ki jai. Stand up everybody for Aarti. Om yani kani cha papani janmantar kutani cha Tani sarvani sindhu prakshanam
Om Jai Jagdish Hare Swami Jai Jagdish Hare Jai Jagdish Hare Swami Jai Jagdish Hare जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट जन में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृति स्वभाव करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मामदेव देव। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। असतो मा सत्कमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्मृत्योर्मा ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। बोले गणपति भगवान की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियावर रामचंद्र की, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, जगदम्बिका माता की जय। देवों की देव नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव। शंभो सत्य सनातन धर्म की, सबको ये जय जय सीताराम। Please take arti. Everyone, please take arti and prasad at the door. Bhojan is prepared for everyone downstairs as well. Please have bhojan before you go.